Hello my dear students, welcome back to my SST class. Today we'll start a new chapter from the geography and that is chapter 4 maps. So the question is that what we'll study in this chapter? This chapter contains some basic concept just like the definition of globes and maps, different types of maps, component of a map, conventional signs and symbols and sketch and plan. So let's start with the first topic, globes and maps. You know that the shape of the earth is spherical, which makes it difficult for us to locate the places on it. To solve this problem, geographers have developed some tools like globes and maps, which help in locating places and understanding the shape and size of the earth. A globe is an accurate three-dimensional model of the earth. It can be used to study the earth as a whole. A globe is more accurate than a flat map. Why? Because it follows the curvature of the earth. The shape and size of continents and countries are shown quite easily with distance and directions without distortion. But remember, the globe cannot provide detailed information about landforms, vegetation, soil, climatic conditions, transport routes, and agriculture. In such a situation, we use maps. So the question is that what is the definition of maps? A map is a geographical representation or a drawing of the earth's surface or a part of it drawn on a flat surface according to scale. It has wonderful tools that help us learn about our street, city or country we live in and many more things. If you have current map, you can always find where you are at the present moment. Maps are useful for students and common people alike. Maps provide a lot of information to planners. Planning of roads, residential complexes, factories, park and many other things are done on the basis of information given in the maps. Even the strategies of an army depend on information provided in maps. This science of map making is called cartography. Let's move on to our next topic and that is types of map. There are different types of maps providing various information. A book containing many maps together is called as an atlas. According to functions, there are three main types of maps: physical maps, political map and thematic map. Now we are going to discuss the first one, physical map. These maps represent the physical or the natural features of the earth's surface just like mountains, plateau, plains, river, ocean, etc. Okay, so such as the relief map of the world or any country, vegetation map, soil map or land use map. In this map the geographical features are important, not the boundaries. Got it now? Political map. Political maps are those that show the political boundaries or the area covered by countries, state and even districts. You can see all the major cities and town on this type of map. These maps are used as base maps for showing various cultural, historical and the economical activities. Last one, thematic map. These maps show the distribution of rainfall, crops, mineral, population, industries, temperature, natural vegetation, road and railway networks. Now we are going to discuss our next topic and that is the components of map. All maps have some common essential elements that help us read, understand and interpret them. These are distance, direction and symbol. Now we are going to discuss the first one, distance. Distance means the space between any two places. Measuring distance on a map is done with a map scale. Scale is very important in any map. If you know the scale, you will be able to calculate the distance between any two places on a map. Since a map is basically drawing of a place, so the question is that what is the meaning of scale? Scale is the ratio between the actual distance on the ground and distance shown on the map. Just for example, the distance between your school and your home is 10 km. If you show this 10 km distance by 2 cm on a map, it means 1 cm on map will show 5 km on the ground. Suppose that कि आपके घर से स्कूल का डिस्टेंस 10 किलोमीटर है. तो आप ये 10 किलोमीटर जो है ये डिस्टेंस आप मैप पे प्लॉट करना चाह रहे हो। तो इसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा, स्केल जो है मैप का उसको छोटा करना पड़ेगा। तो इसके लिए आपको स्केल तोड़ना नहीं है, आपको सिंपली जो 10 किलोमीटर डिस्टेंस है इसको कन्वर्ट करना है 2 सेंटीमीटर, जो मतलब 10 किलोमीटर ऑन द ग्राउंड कन्वर्टेड इनटू द 2 सेंटीमीटर ऑन मैप स्केल। Okay, it means 1 centimeter on map will show 5 kilometer on the ground। और ये जो 5 किलोमीटर निकल के आएगा ये बहुत easily हम लोग मैप पे प्लॉट कर पाएंगे। The distance between the same two points on the ground measured along a straight line is called the ground distance. The distance between any two places on a map measured along a straight line is called the map distance. When large area like continents or countries are to be shown on a paper, then we use a small scale. For example, 5 centimeter on map shows 500 kilometer of ground. It called a small scale map. When a small area like your village or town is to be shown on a paper, then we use a large scale, that is 5 centimeter on map shows 5 meters only on the ground. It is called a large scale map. Large scale maps give more information than small scale map. मीन्स अगर आपको बहुत बड़ा कोई जगह दिखाना है तो आप स्मॉल स्केल चूज़ करोगे, अगर आपको कोई स्मॉल स्केल मतलब स्मॉल एरिया दिखाना है देन यू हैव टू चूज़ ए लार्ज स्केल मैप, जस्ट रिवर्स। The next component is direction. In order to find where you are going and how far away it is, you need to be able to figure out the distance between the place you are going to. The easiest way to know the direction is that the earth rotates west to east. So the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Most maps contain an arrow marked with the letter N at the upper right hand corner. आप तो देखे होंगे कोई भी मैप पे एन जो लेटर है ये राइट हैंड साइड पे होता है एंड ऑब्वियसली इट इंडिकेट्स द नॉर्थ डायरेक्शन। इट इज़ कॉल्ड द नॉर्थ लाइन। A compass is a device that helps the user to know the direction of a place. It is used to find out main direction. There are 4 major directions or main directions: north, south, east and west. Also this direction called as cardinal direction or points, cardinal points. Got it now? So I am going to repeat. There are 4 major directions: north, south, east and west. Also this direction called as cardinal direction or cardinal points. Compass is used to find out main directions as its magnetic needle always points to our north-south direction. Apart from the cardinal direction, there are 4 intermediate directions. These are northeast, southeast, southwest and northwest, which help us to locate places more accurately. Symbols is the third important component of a map. The map have to show a number of features such as buildings, trees, village, roads, bridges, railway lines or a well. These symbols gives a lot of information in a little space. Using these symbols, map can be drawn easily. The use of symbols makes map simple to read. Maps have a universal language that can be understood by all. There is an international agreement regarding the use of these symbols. These are called the conventional symbols. Students, please read the figure 4.3 conventional symbols from your book properly. Let's move on to the last topic of this chapter, and that is sketch and plan. So the question is that what is sketch? Sometimes we need to help a friend by drawing a rough diagram of a locality and its roads to enable him to locate our house. This is to indicate where he or she should turn left or right and which landmarks to check on the way to reach a certain place. So, आपके किसी फ्रेंड को आपके घर आना है या आप किसी फ्रेंड का घर जाना चाह रहे हो तो क्या करते हो? जस्ट लाइक टेक ए रफ कॉपी एंड टेक ए शीट एंड ड्रॉ ए डायग्राम, जस्ट ए रफ डायग्राम ऑफ द लोकेलिटी ऑन रोड्स, इज इट ना? यही करते हो. सो दिस रफ डायग्राम इज कॉल्ड एज स्केच. स्केच इज ए ड्राइंग मेनली बेस्ड ऑन memory and spot observation and not to scale. That's why sketch is also called as sketch map. Now the last one, plan. A plan is a drawing of a small area on a large scale. A large scale map gives lot of information but it cannot tell us the exact length and breadth of a room. At that time, we can refer drawings drawn to scale is called a plan. Such drawings are made by architects who design schools, houses, and other buildings. So, my dear children, we just finished our chapter. I think the concept of this chapter almost clear to you. We will meet in our next class. Till now, bye. Happy learning.